What's up, booze? What it do? What it do? It is your girl, a.Nichole. And today I'm talking to my manifesting generators. Come on in, come on in, come on in, my friend. Last week or last video, wherever you're catching this, we talked about generators. And this week we're talking about manifesting generators. I wanted to do you all's own video to talk about you all being a hybrid, to clear up misconceptions, talk about, 5 biggest things that I see that makes you all go against your design type, against your energy, and just break down what the hell it means to be a manifesting generator. Because some people get confused. Some people think they manifestors, like I'm a manifester. And sometimes when I meet manifesting generators, they're like, oh yeah, we're just like you. And I'm like, no, you're not. And I don't say it in a way, that's like, beat it, peasant. But you all are still generators at your core. So if you operate just like a manifestor, you're going to go against your design type. So I always want to know, course correct, and not say it in a you ain't like us. No, I get you. Come on in. I have so many cool MG friends. Shout out to my boo Joanna, okay, and my boo Keats, okay, love them. But both of them will tell you when I give them advice, when I talk to them about their type, I'm always talking about their strategy and reminding them, yo, remember, you're still a generator at your core. So you can do dot, 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 dot. You all can do a lot of things that manifestors that will put us out of our alignment. So I'm going to talk about that. That's very important to get you all to understand. So it's not like it's a slight. It's a no, you're still a generator and this is what we need you to tap into. You get the best of both worlds. So this video is going to talk about who you are, the way you get the best of both worlds, and also the 5 top things that I've seen y'all do that got y'all fucking up the church's money, borrowing against the stove. Okay, so let me pull my little notes up or whatever, because we're about to set the record straight. Okay, so you've done your human design. You found out that you're a manifesting generator. Excuse me, or you could be checking up on somebody who is a manifesting generator. Whatever. But you want to know, like, what does that mean? Or you could have already done your research. And you like, yo, I want another point of view. Let me dig more into it. I still watch and read human design. So keep learning. All right. So you're like, all right, what does that mean? And also, what does that mean to have this fusion, to be a manifestor component and to be a generator component? Okay, so let's get into that. All right, so generators are 70% of the population. Okay, from my generator video, you all are the life force energy. You all are the battery, for the collective. When you all respond to life, when you all respond and listen to your gut and do what the fuck you really want to do, what really lights you up, and you respond to life, you then in kind light everybody up. You energize everyone that comes into your aura. You all are the builders, right? So out of the 70% of you all is 1/3, which is manifesting generators. Okay, so manifesting generators are 1/3 of the population. You all have that hybrid. There's a reason why. Okay, so because you're a hybrid, remember you're going to operate 2 different ways. You have a fusion of 2 different things, right? And it's really important that you understand this, because one of the biggest things that I see when I'm speaking to my manifestors, whether they're my friends, family, or even my clients, is they be burnt out. They be burnt the fuck out, frustrated. And their biggest thing is, what do you mean I'm a generator? I don't have no energy. What do you mean I'm a manifesting generator? Like, I don't even have time to think. I don't even have time to whatever. Or I have all of these ideas. I have all of these things that I want to do, but I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. Two things can be true at the same time. Okay. So let's break down what it means to be a manifesting generator. All right. How you're designed to operate, right? What makes you different from generators, and also what makes you different from manifestors. Okay. So manifesting generators. Okay. Let's get into you being a hybrid. Okay. Um, Manifesting generators, you are a subtype of generators. All right. It's like, remember, you all are 70%, and then you all kind of break into your own group, and be a subtype. So let me go back. What makes generators generators is your sacral in your human design, your sacral energy lit up. And our sacral is our life force energy. Okay, you can think of this as like if you were a vehicle, this is the engine, this is the motor. Is that the same thing? Engine, motor. I know both of them is important. They may be one, but this is the big kahuna. This is why you all are so important to the collective. All right? Manifestors, we don't have this. And this is important. We don't have this. And this is another reason why I always pivot you all back to generator, because you have the battery, the motor, the life force have the energy to do what you want to do, or respond to life until you're spent. And then you can wake up the next day and you have the energy to just go on. Manifestors can't do that. We work in bursts. And when we're done, we got to go rest somewhere. You ain't going to see us for a while. You ain't going to hear from us for a while. We out. You all wake up the next morning and y'all back at it. Okay? So you all have the generator energy, which is the sacral, to light up, to get the energy, to be energized, to have the life force energy to respond to what you just said yes to, what your gut has just said, not but All right, so when your gut says, let's do this, and you respond to it, baby, you can keep going and going and going. Manifestors, no, not us. Okay, but on the other end, you also have manifesting qualities. You all have a motor that is connected to you all's throat. That's what makes you different than pure generators. If you look at your chart, there's one of your other sacrals, one of your other motors is lit up. You'll see a line. The red line goes right to your throat chakra, and it's lit. And that's another thing with manifestors. We have a defined throat chakra. That's what makes us manifestors. Our energy is to impact, to initiate. Okay, we give people things to respond to. So that's why our throat is defined. So you all have that bridge, from your throat chakra. This is what lights you up. Okay. Well, not what lights you up, but this is your oomph, so where generators, like, they hum, their energy is like like a generator. Manifesting generators, your energy buzzes. It's a buzz type of energy, because you have that defined throat chakra, So you all are multi-passionate, you all are fast moving, and you all can do multiple things at once. You all can do multiple things at once. Manifesting generators are really not supposed to do one thing at a time. Another way you all differ. Generators are here, pure generators, they're here to master something. Master that one thing. You all can do whatever it is that you're responding to truthfully, and you have the energy and the mental capacity to focus on it. Even if you don't finish it, because you get that from manifestors. Manifestors, we're not supposed to really finish anything. We're starters. We clear the road. We show, okay, coming through, new energy coming through. This is what we got. Let me show y'all what the fuck it is, and then everyone else responds to it and keeps it going. Okay, we rest and then we clear another path. But you all as manifestors, you all, manifesting generators, you all can do multiple things at once. Like you all are great at multiple things, multi-talented. You all can have like different sectors of things that you like my girl Joanna, she's an author, published author, book baby. Okay, she's writing another one. And she's a great painter, a great artist. And she's funny as fuck. Like she's good at so many things. And that's not even the day job. All right? That's not even a day job. So that's a thing with manifesting generators. You all are multifaceted. You all have different ideas, that come to you. And when there are ideas that you've responded to truthfully, your sacral gives you the battery to push through, to get her done. Okay? So you're still a generator at your core, though. So remember that you respond. Okay? You're here to respond. When opportunities present themselves, you respond. You go to it. You still have to wait to respond. Manifestors, we can just go. You wait to respond. So another thing that I notice with manifesting generators is y'all patience. Y'all ain't the most patient. Especially when you get that idea, you get that thing and you want to go, 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 go. And it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean I have to wait? I don't want to wait. So then you all go out there and try to initiate and be a manifestor, initiate, and it's no, no, no. And then you all get frustrated. You all go into your non-self thing, frustration. You're upset. You're not satisfied. You're drained. Okay, so that's another reason why we remember always stay true to our strategy. There is no hierarchy in human design. You'll never hear me say, "Oh, this design type is better than this," or "This is the supreme." I don't say that. It's a lot of people who say they want to be manifestors, and I'd be like, "Baby, this life, it sounds nice, but this is the real deal, Holyfield. Okay, this is real." Everybody, excuse me, has their way of pushing the collective forward. That's just what it is. We all work together. And what I like, I'm always going to tell you what I love about your energy type. I'm the big sis. I'm the auntie that's, come on, baby. I'm proud of you. Show me that. Do that dance. Let me tell you about you. Yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh no, and this is where you falter. No, this is where you shine. This is where you light up. And I love a manifesting generator. All my manifesting generators, whether you've had a session with me or whether you're in my crew, I'm always telling y'all, you got the best of both worlds. This is amazeballs. This is like, and I'm a manifester. So I wish that I had the energy. And then, this, and that. Like after I initiate, I'm like, I gotta go and hibernate. I'm gone. I'm in a shell. Y'all can just get up the next day. Me, I be in that bed, curtains drawn. Don't talk, please. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to know shit. Okay, but you all know you got like 9 lives. Y'all go on. All right. So let's get into that superpower. You're multitasking. How you can multitask. How that life force energy, this motor of yours allows you to just keep going and going and going and going until you're satisfied, until you're spent. Okay. You have the sustainable energy of a generator. Your energy sustains. Okay. Everyone else, we got a time limit on our energy. Manifestors, we about 6 hours in a day. That's about what we got. Projectors, 4 to 6, you know, because they can't be around a lot of people. Reflectors, even less. But y'all got the energy to sustain, to be in groups, to deal with people, and while you're responding, not just willy-nilly, and getting it done, you know. Also, you have the speed and the initiative of the manifester. Manifestors were able to do things fast, skip over things. It seems like things are easy to us, because when we move, things just open up for us. People come and help us. Things bend to our will. So things seem more effortless. Like, oh my God, that was such a fast rise up. Oh my God, they handled that in such, swiftness. You all can skip steps like a manifester, go fast like a manifester, where pure generators, they're more linear, step by step, gradual. Not a manifester. You all can skip steps. You all can, oh, I can forego this. Every manifesting generator got a story to tell me about how the standard was this, but they didn't have to do that. Yeah, usually they require blah blah blah, but yeah, I didn't have to do that, or I didn't do that, or this job requires a so and so and so degree. I got a high school diploma, or I got a certificate. Please, it's like a bypass, okay? Because you have the hybrid. All right, you all can jump into things faster than pure generators, okay? And you all can pivot and course correct midstream. You all have the sustainable energy, okay? You all can handle multiple projects simultaneously when they light you up. Not just because you think you have the energy, not just because you think that you are a generator. I cannot stress this out. And if you haven't went to see the generator video, please do. You get access to your battery when you say yes, when you respond. You cannot cheat your sacral, because your sacral knows what time it is. So you can say, okay, I'll do it, knowing that that's not what you want to do. And you're going to go out there with zero battery, and you're going to let whatever that situation drain you and frustrate you and piss you off. Okay, so it has to be things that make you happy, that satisfy you, that you're genuinely responding to. Okay, that's what gives you access to that sustainable energy. If you really ain't feeling it, all right, let me know in the comments when y'all entertain some shit you shouldn't, and how it drained the fuck out of you, how it frustrated you, how it pissed you off, how it made you mad. Okay, so manifesting generator again, your generator foundation plus your manifestor speed. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you what makes you different from pure generators. Generators are linear. Remember, I said they're like on a stair step. Okay, they start one thing, they finish it, they move on. They start one thing, they finish it, they move on. Like brick and mortar builders. All right, they do. You can set your clock to it. All right, you all are non-linear. Okay, you can juggle multiple things. You can even skip steps. Your intuition can tell you, I know we don't got to do that, we already know. Or you're manifesting, superpower, comes through and directs you, gives you this urge to do this, your urge to do that, and you just go with it and go with it that way. And a generator, per generator, would have probably tried to see the foundation. How do I da 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 da? But you're quick and you're initiating, so you skip that step. Okay, so that's another reason how you differ from pure generators. All right, generators need to master one thing deeply. That's their thing. They master one thing deeply. What is this one thing? All right, you on the other end, you master multiple things simultaneously. It's like you have the energy to give each equally. Okay, generators move steady and consistent, but you're more so like the manifester, you move in bursts. Okay? Fast action, then pivot, then fast action. Burst, 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 burst. Okay? So I'm going to tell you now how you share with your generator. Okay? Because remember, you all still have the same strategy, which is to respond to life. Okay? You both have that defined sacral energy. Remember that. That's what makes you a generator. Manifestors do not have this. That's what makes them the manifester. Oh, with the throat, the defined throat. Okay? You need to respond, not initiate. I'm going to say this again. You need to respond, not initiate. Initiation is going to get you frustrated. Remember that. Okay? Your signature emotion is satisfaction. Okay? When life is great, when you're aligned, when you're your true self, you are satisfied. You are content. You are happy. You're like, all right, this is cool. This is dope. Yeah. All right. True self. All right. Your not self theme is frustration. You're frustrated. You're, what the hell? Feeling like your back's up against the wall. You're drained. This is how you are when you're not yourself. You feel frustrated with life. You feel frustrated with whatever. Okay. You're designed to work on things that light you up. That's your design. Things that light you up, you respond to them. You say, Your gut says, it's let's do it. And that also means respecting when your gut says, and you decline. Okay. So your signature emotion is satisfaction, peace, happiness, content. All right. Your not self theme is frustration and anger. Okay. So let's talk about the manifesting generator experience when you're in alignment. All right. You wake up energized every day with multiple projects you're excited about. Okay. It ain't, oh my God, I just hug my neck, Lord. I don't know how I'm going to get through the day. I got so much shit to do. I got so many projects to work on. You saying that, you out of alignment. You're out of alignment. When you're in alignment, you work fast, you pivot easily, and you course correct without any guilt. I do me. Move out of my way. Okay? I'm in the driver's seat. Okay? You feel satisfied and peaceful at the end of every day. Not drained. Not beat down. Not frustrated. On edge. No. End of every work day, you feel productive, happy. I got shit done. I'm where I want to be. I'm handling my BI. I'm in charge of my energy and what I'm doling out. Okay. You're building things that light you up. They all light you up. What you're doing, all of the things make you happy. You're proud of each and every one. Not whatever. Nah. No, you're excited about everything, all of them. Okay. Life feels dynamic and it's flowing. It's buzzing. Remember, that's your aura. It's a buzz. Okay. So let's talk about your experience when you're out of alignment. You're starting things and you're not finishing them. You're frustrated because nothing is moving fast enough. That impatience. Okay. That frustration, that refusal to wait. Okay. You're angry because people are trying to slow you down. You feel guilty for jumping between projects. And you're forcing yourself to be consistent in ways that drain you. You don't want to do that shit every day. You don't want to do that shit every whatever. But you're forcing yourself to do it. You're forcing yourself to every day you're waking up and doing this, that, and the third. Okay? You're trying to initiate like a manifester and you're burning out. That is why I say align with your energy. Because when you try to align with a pure manifester, you're going to burn yourself out. You know, we're the same. No, we're not. You have a totally different strategy that is amazing. Like when you allow it to plug into you, it's amazing. You have a lot of things that we manifestors can't do. No, please go home. Please, your parents are missing you. They must be wondering where you are. Go. All right? Not Harlem trying to go. So, since I'm saying that, let me explain and dive into how you all are not like manifestors, where we differ, where we separate. Okay? I made my note and I was like, this is when I was in my writing it out. And I'm like, do I really want to say this? But yeah, I am. You know, I'm going to say that you thinking that you are purely manifester is what's keeping you out of alignment. Somebody needs to hear this. Spirit said, say it. All right, Miss Gladys. Okay, for the ones of you who are watching this and you feel, yeah, we're the same. Because I meet a lot. I meet a lot. Social media clients, yeah. So even like when I post about manifestors, and people will be like, girl, yes, manifesting generator here. And I'm like, no, no. So yeah, we're alike, but it's not the same. So I really want to drive this home. Okay. Manifestors, we don't have the defined sacral. We lack that battery that you all have. You know, like I'm telling you all this from this is where you shine point of view, not a, rejection. Just this is where you shine. Let me tell you why we different. Let me tell you why you're in a class of your own. Okay? We do not have sustainable energy. I cannot drive that home enough. We got about 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. Okay? We work in powerful bursts and then we need significant rest. Significant rest. After I do a tour stop, a event, whatever, you don't see me for like a week. I'm out. I'm done. Significant rest. Last year after I did the what was it? I worked from September to February, just black sauce, just doling out collection after collection after collection after collection, launching things, just initiating. And I was so tired. I went to Paris for 6 weeks. I was out. Okay. I was dupe. Don't see me. Retreat. A generator could the next day like, keep going and going as long as you all, a manifesting generator, as long as you all continue, to respond, to what lights you up. Okay. Another way that you all differ from manifestors is our strategy is to initiate. Okay. Initiate. We can start things without waiting to respond. We can start things without waiting to respond. Okay. We do not respond to life. Okay. We create and others respond to us. Okay. We don't have to wait. That's not our strategy. We go. You wait to respond. So when again, I see manifesting generators just trying to go, trying to initiate like a manifester and then getting frustrated and then getting drained. That shit isn't popping the way they want. It's like, yeah, because you all are not manifestors. And this is important. Okay. So another reason, our signature emotion when we are at peace or when we are aligned with ourselves, we are our self theme is peace. Okay. Remember that you all's is satisfaction. So we have a totally different self and not self theme. Okay. When we're initiating correctly, we're at peace. Okay. When you're responding correctly, you're satisfied, you're happy, you're content. Oh, Kingston calling me on FaceTime. Um, let's see. Um, our not self theme is anger. When we're not ourselves, we're angry. When we're not aligned to our manifesting energy, we are pissed the fuck off. Don't fuck with us. Okay? We get angry. It's like a I can't even manifest the nose. It's like a heat. Like we get angry. This is when we're not allowed to initiate, when people are trying to block us, when things are trying to block us. When you all are in your not self theme, you all are frustrated. Remember, you're drained. So we have different self and not self themes. All right. You are designed to respond. Remember that. Okay. We are designed to impact and initiate, then rest and let others execute. You all don't have to rest. You all, can wait, respond to something else, see something else coming towards you. Okay. So with you manifesting generators, again, you all have the defined sacral center. You all do have sustainable energy when you're doing what lights you up. Your strategy is to respond, so you still need something external to respond to. Okay. You cannot just initiate when you want without consequence. Remember, that's one of the biggest things that I see. You all trying to initiate things, people, places, and you get frustrated when it's not reacting, it's not getting you the results that you want. One, you're out of your strategy. That's not your strategy. You wait and respond. Okay? Again, your signature is satisfaction, okay? And peace as well. And it's a different combo than pure manifestors. Your not self is frustration and anger, also a different combo. Okay? And you're designed to respond quickly and move fast, not initiate from nothing. Manifestors, we initiate from nothing. We're bringing impact. We're bringing newness. We're trudging a new road. This has never been done before, and we have the energy to push shit out the way to get it out the way. So that's why we come through and we get it out the way. We repel motherfuckers that is in the way. Out my way, motherfucker. If you follow me, baby, okay, move. All right, this ain't for you. Bye. Out the fucking way. Okay, but I'm coming with this content. I'm coming with this information. I'm coming with this word. Okay, this ain't for you. Bye. You know, move. We have that energy that can take repelling motherfuckers, initiating them, but also repelling them. You all are generators. Your energy is open, enveloping. You're a battery. Okay, you light people up. Your life force energy. Manifestors, we ain't that. No, our aura is closed, protective. It can be repelling if you don't belong nowhere near us. We're not generators. You all are like little Care Bears. Not manifestors. And if you know a manifester, that ain't us. So that's another reason why I pivot you all back to your lovely life force energy. Okay. So let's talk about the key difference, and that is your energy source. That sacral energy that is so amazing. I'm going to keep coming back towards that. Why you and your generator, your pure generators, what y'all have in the bag together, So with manifestors, we get our energy from initiating. We get the urge, we respond to our urge, get out there and do it. And as we're going, as we're aligning with our urge, responding to our urge. We have the fortitude and the energy to repel, do what we need to do. And then when we're done, we rest, we chill. Okay. But we get our energy from initiating. We don't have that life force like y'all do. We don't have shit here. It's not lit up. We don't have nothing in that box, nothing in the sacral box, nothing. Okay. We don't have sustainable energy. We work in sprints. We need lots of rest in between initiations, like lots of rest. We need a lot of alone time. Generators, even if you're an introvert, no. Manifestors, we spend a lot of time alone. Okay. And manifestors, we can start projects from pure will vision. We get the vision like that's so Raven. We like, and we get it done. We get her done. That's that's our bag. Okay. You all, on the other hand, manifesting generators, let me tell you how y'all go. You all get y'all's energy from responding. Okay. Listening to your gut and responding from that. Okay. Not responding the other way, responding. Okay. Responding things that light you up. Not responding to things that burden you, that's not fair to you, that doesn't reciprocate, that you have no fucking business, that you fucking hate, that does nothing for you, that doesn't fill your cup. That's not what y'all are here to respond to. No. Okay. You all have sustainable energy when you're aligned with your sacral yes. When you respond truthfully to what you feel here. A lot of manifesting generators, you all operate from the mind. You all ignore your gut. And you let your mind write checks that your energy can't fucking cash. Remember, you all are sacral beings. Remember, you all are gut centered. Your gut says, let's do it. Let's say yes. Let's respond yes to this. This is a sacral yes. Say yes. Or your gut says, we don't need to be doing this. I'm out. And if you decide to carry your narrow ass out there and say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway, your sacral knows its worth. It's going to sit back and say, go ahead out there. You ain't taking this battery with you. This is me zipping it up. You ain't taking this battery with you. Go ahead out there and get drained, get frustrated. Because we said no. And we carrying the battery pack. We carrying the energy, the life force. So the choice is yours. All right. Manifesting generators, you can also work longer hours than manifestors when it's the right work. We work in bursts. We work in shifts. Okay? Well, baby, we ain't gonna do no double. I ain't working around no clock. I ain't doing no graveyard. I got to get home to my cubs. Okay? But manifesting generators, if something I said yes to, hell fucking yeah, let's do it. All right? Matter of fact, let me pull up. I meant to do that. Famous manifesting generators. I know that Barack Obama is one. And your boy Donald Trump is one as well. Miley Cyrus, Stephen King, Katy Perry, David Beckham. Where the hood niggas at? Hold up. This is America where you got to put black. Let's see. Okay. Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, and Michelle Obama. Okay. Beyonce, you see she be in different things at the same time. Okay. Oprah Winfrey, the OWN network. She went from journalism to her own fucking network. Okay. LeBron James, he has the schools The school shit, what is it, Bronny? His own, he has his own business, his own foundation, I want to say. It was a business. And also basketball. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he has like restaurants or something like that. Like he has his hands in a lot of shit. Okay, that's manifesting generator. Okay, yeah, all of these people have empires. All right, Michelle Obama, a fucking attorney, Ivy League educated. Barack Obama's wife. Okay, but let me give her flowers on her own. Now she's pivoted into, she has a podcast now. She didn't wrote a book. I got it down there. Manifesting generators, you all can do so many different things and pivot things. You're not just here for one type of thing. Look at Donald Trump's ass. How many lives this motherfucker had? Okay, how many ventures he's done? Trump Towers, president. Fucking Lord, save us. Look at the shit. All these TV show, reality show, that is you all's energy. Very efficient. Very multitasking. You all can skip over shit. You do things like, what the fuck are what they up to now? That's y'all's energy. Okay? So, I'm going to tell you why the misconception is dangerous, to just feel like I'm purely manifester. Okay? If you think you're a manifester, you're going to try to initiate projects from your pure will instead of responding. You're trying to make an opportunity that God wants to present you free. If you just wait and respond to life. Generators, you all are here to let life happen to you. Another big thing that I see with generators, you all try to plan the rest of y'all fucking life. You all try to have everything fucking figured out. From the root to the fruit, from the cradle to the fucking grave. You want to initiate. You want to, I'm dictating, I'm this, that, and the third. And y'all are really supposed to be here to let life happen to y'all. Let life present itself to you and you respond to it. But you got everything fucking figured out. So you're not going to let life happen to you. You're going to try to control life happening to you. And then you're going to be frustrated. Then you're going to be drained when you see that life is like, oh yeah, well, I'll show you. Let me show you a little something. Let me show you how this goes, how this story ends. Okay? So if you think you're a manifestor, you can also skip the response process. Move forward without your sacral confirmation. You can try to push through without taking your energy with you. Everybody's starting a podcast. I'm going to start a podcast. But your gut ain't told you to do that shit. Your gut ain't say, yeah, let's just start a podcast. Or everybody's blogging, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump in and do it. And then you're like, why ain't nobody reading my shit? Why? Okay, you tell me why. All right. So when you do those things, it results in frustration, anger, projects that don't work, and burnout. Easy peasy. That's what's always going to happen. Guarantee. Okay. Here's the truth. You move faster than pure generators when you respond. You already got the fucking battery to do what you need to do from the root to the fruit. And you get an express pass at the park. Okay? And your stingy, ungrateful, greedy ass still want to come over here and manifest the territory and be trying to initiate. That's still not quick enough for you. No. Take your ass home. Come from a good family. You come from a real good family. You don't want to be out here in the streets with the manifestors. Okay? Hop your ass back up on that porch. All right? Also, your sacral still needs to say yes. You're skipping over your steps. You're saying fuck you to your sacral, your gut. How does that even sound? Giving your gut a middle finger. Your intuition the middle finger. How disrespectful. Like, let's talk about this. This is a safe space. Let's talk about this. Okay? You still need to respond first. You still have to listen to your sacral. And you are not designed to manifest from nothing like manifestors do. Okay? You're not slower than a manifester. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? You're a faster generator. Remember, we have two different energy types. So it's not a race. You're a hybrid. Okay, you work with both your energies. You get from both bags, but you remember at the end of every day, you go home to the generators. You know? That's how it goes. So let's talk about your strategy. Okay. I think I've honed in the differences. So when I say that to you all, or when you hear me say that, again, it's not from they not like us. I'm not hitting y'all with that Kenny, not hitting y'all with that Kendrick. Okay. What I am saying is no, you are still a generator at your core due to you having a sacral. And baby, that's golden. Use that. Trust me, use that. So let's talk about your strategy because you want to know, well, what does it mean to respond? Again, if you haven't watched the generator one, watch the generator one. So to respond, how you're actually designed to operate. The manifesting generators strategy is, to respond and move fast. Y'all like the Navy SEALs. Y'all like the Rangers. Okay? Y'all get her done. In and out. Okay? Your strategy has 2 points. Okay? 2 parts. Okay? Part 1, you are to respond like a generator because that's who you are at your core. Okay? You wait for things to show up in your reality. Okay? And your sacral responds with the uh-huh, let's do it. Or let's pull back. No, I ain't trying to do this. Okay? You assess before you respond. Does this light me up? Is this going to give me energy or is this going to drain me? Is this going to make me feel accomplished or is this going to take me around Robin Hood's fucking barn, and do something to me? All right? If it's yes, you move. You go. Have a nice journey. Have a nice time. You got your battery, you got your life force energy, you are ready to rock. Okay? Wonderful. Now, part 2, you respond and you move fast. Okay, so in part 1, we respond. In part 2, we move fast. We move swiftly. Okay, like a thief in the night. All right, this is your manifesting generator gift. This is where manifestor come in and we like, come on, let's tag team. Let's hit it. Okay, but I'm only with you for 6 hours. I'm only with you for 6 hours. I'm only with you for 6 hours. Okay, I'm joking. Once your sacral says yes, you can jump. You can jump. Okay? You don't need to be as cautious, as slow, okay, as pure generators. We're generators, pure generators, they're working the long haul. They're mastering something at once. Everything is systemic. Everything is one after the other. You can go. You can move. Remember, you're moving quickly. Not the regular way. Okay, your way. Okay, you can skip steps that aren't essential. I don't need to do that. Boop. Boop. I know a lot of manifesting generators who were skipped in school. Yeah, they were skipped. Oh, I skipped 2nd grade. Or I skipped 4th grade. I graduated early. I finished college quick. Like you go through things fast. Whereas whatever the traditional track is, you're like, no, I don't need to do all of that. Because you all move quickly. All right. So you skip steps that aren't essential. You can pivot mid-process if you see something isn't working. And you can handle multiple projects at once. This is where you all shine, where that hybrid comes in and just takes off. Whereas the generators is clocking in to do that 8 every day. You like, I don't need to do 40 hours. I can do this shit in 20. and still get paid for that 40. I'll break this shit down in 15. That's the manifesting generator. You all move quickly, swiftly. When you say yes, when you finally respond from the sacral, like, you take off. That's what makes you take off, not trying to initiate like a manifester. That's going to bump your head up against the wall. When you respond, that's what makes you take off. Come on, baby boos. Okay? Let's see. Let's get to what responding looks like. Okay? What does it look like for a manifesting generator? And before I say this, I want to say this. I want to remind you all are not linear. Whereas generators are steady and progressive. Pure generators. That's the pure generators. You all are not linear. You all are like this. However, sometimes so don't go into something trying to be traditional, especially something that has lit you up. Know that you can kind of skip steps. Don't skip steps and your gut is telling you not to skip that damn step. Don't do that. And you like, no, still listen to that gut. All right. So let's talk about what responding looks like for you all. And I also want you all not to apologize for your energy. Because, when you can skip steps, when you're fast and effective, that can breed haters who try to, turn your battery down, humble you. Don't let them people do that. So what responding looks like in your career, your business, let's talk about what it looks like in the workplace. This is not in alignment with you. Saying, I'm going to start this business, initiating from nothing. No. Mm-mm. You align with your generator energy. An opportunity shows up, your sacral lights up, and you respond and move fast. You're presented with something. You're presented with an offer. You're given something to respond to, not, I'm going to start this. I'm going to initiate this. No. Let it present itself to you. That's how you know it's in alignment. Okay. It'll align. And when it aligns, you're like, yeah, okay, I knew it. And you respond to it. All right. Let's talk about a project. Something that would be out of alignment of a manifesting generator is, I should finish this before starting something else. That's thinking like a generator, where pure generators just one thing at a time. Remember, you're a manifesting generator. You can do multiple things at once. So you can be working on something and something else can come up and present itself to you and you want to respond, yeah, I want to do that too. And it's from your sacral, do it. Not, I should finish this first. Or, I should perfect this first. No. Okay. So with that being said, you being in alignment would be multiple projects light you up. Your sacral is saying yes to all of them and you juggle them. And you have the energy to juggle them and wake up the next day and juggle them some more. Your life force energy is infinite as long as you are responding to shit that lights you up. This is you all's strategy. This is you all's cheat code to being your self-theme. And that's, remember, satisfaction, being happy, being content. Okay? In your relationships, let me tell you what's not in alignment with the manifesting generator. Okay? I'm going to pursue this person. Manifestor energy. I'm a girl manifester. I know. Now, I'll initiate to you that I like you. I'll initiate to you that, okay, yeah, the door's open, but I'm not pursuing nobody. But that's still initiating. So, yeah. But you all's energy in a relationship would be a person shows up, your sacral responds, okay, and you engage quickly. Yeah, you got my number. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm so and so and so. How you doing? Yeah, I'm from around here. I'm from 34th, wherever that is. Where you from? Da 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 da. That's where you respond. Now, I like that. I'm gonna go holler. or I'm gonna go, go tell so and so to come here. And what? No, that's not y'all. That's not what y'all do. Or when you're going through shit in your relationships, you initiating motherfuckers what to do. You telling them what they need to do, and this, that, and the third. No, your energy would be responding to what they show you and using your gut to tell you if it's we gonna continue to deal with this shit, or bitch, get your shit and let's go. See what I mean? See what I mean? Okay. So the key is this: external stimulus first, respond, then fast action, your gift, that MG hybrid. Okay. So a common manifesting generator confusion. Okay. But I move so fast. Doesn't that mean I'm initiating? They'll ask me. No. We like you being rapido on a hoe, but no. We appreciate you coming down to the station and doing your volunteer work, but no. Okay? Moving fast after you respond is different than initiating from nothing. It's different. If I have somebody still here at the 56-minute mark still saying no, it's the same, it's different. And it's okay. Okay? Manifestors create from vision and will. Okay? We initiate, we impact, and then we rest. All right, our impact is rippling because our energy is rippling. It ripples. It sends ripple effects. So that's when we rest. Manifesting generators, you all respond to stimulus. You all move fast. You multitask and you pivot. Okay? So let's get into the top 5 biggest mistakes that I've seen manifesting generators make. Okay? Thinking that you're a manifestor. Number 1. Okay? What this looks like: trying to initiate projects from pure will, skipping the sacral response process, starting things without external stimulus to respond to. Okay? Comparing yourself to manifestors and feeling frustrated that you just can't just start something. I just want to just start it. I want to just start this. I want to just start this. I just want to open this. And it's just like, it's frustrating. I can't. Why? Because that's not your strategy. And it's okay. Let's get you on your strategy. Okay? It's not that you can't have it. It's just this ain't the road to get there, baby. This ain't the flight. Okay? You trying to hop on a flight to Berlin, but you want to go to the DR. This ain't gonna take you there. And I'm the flight attendant, like, no, but this is, and you girl move. No, this ain't where we going. Okay? So I'm going to tell you why this creates frustration and anger with you all. When you all get frustrated and angry, when you try to initiate things, when you try to start things, and it's like, oh, it's not working. Okay? 1, we already know that you're working against your design. You're hustling backwards. Okay? 2, your sacral isn't behind it. Remember, I told you your sacral is at home like this with your battery. Go ahead out there. We right here. We kicking it Willy Bobo. Charged up. Charged. Your sacral ain't in that. That's you in them streets. Okay? They at home. All right? With the ADT passcode on. Safe. Like, we don't want no parts in that. You on your own. Okay? You burn out because you're forcing instead of responding. Okay? And also, projects fail because they weren't energetically aligned. When you answer with a cosmic sacral yes, you align yourself energetically. You flow. It's like something that says action, and off you go. So why not do things that make you do that instead of working against that? That be no. Okay? So let me give you an example. Let's say you decide you're going to start a podcast because it's a good idea. You force yourself to plan it. Force, keyword force. You force yourself to plan it, record the episodes, stay consistent, but you are miserable. Les Mis. Why? Because you initiated it. Your sacral never said yes to podcasting. Your mind did. Remember, I told you that generators lead with their mind a lot. And no, your strategy is to respond, and it's with that sacral, that good. Okay? You initiated, your sacral never said yes to podcasting, your mind did, and that's a manifestor strategy, not yours. No. Okay, let's talk about how you would fix something like this. You would wait for the opportunities to show up that you could respond to. You let your sacral guide you. You move fast after you respond, not before. You have to respond first. That's what unlocks your energy, your life force energy. Okay? So, with that being said, you're not a manifester. So stop trying to initiate like one. Tap into your strategy. Let's get the second one. Second mistake I see a lot of manifesting generators make. Forcing yourself to be linear. Okay, let's talk about what this looks like. I need to finish this project before starting another one. Feeling guilty for having multiple interests, multiple talents, multiple plans. Okay, forcing yourself to complete things in order. Judging yourself for jumping in between projects, or even judging yourself for quitting things, not finishing things. Okay? Why does this create frustration? You're designed to be non-linear. You're slowing yourself down. You're self-sabotaging yourself. Okay? Multitasking is your gift. It's not a flaw. It's the exact opposite. Okay? When you force linear completion, you suffocate your energy. You stifle yourself. You pull yourself back. You self-sabotage. Okay? You end up stuck on one project that's lost its spark. Now you stuck with this motherfucker you don't even want to work on. For real, for real. Now you don't even want to do this shit. You just over it. Okay? Let me give you an example. Let's say you're writing a book. You get 50 pages in and your sacral says, I ain't feeling this no more. No more right now. I don't want to write no more. Okay? But you force yourself to keep writing because you should finish what you started and you're miserable. You're miserable. Then a business idea lights you up. Okay? Now you got a business idea. But you say, no, because I got to finish this book first. I don't need to be starting nothing else until I finish this. That's irresponsible. Okay? Baby, you just killed your energy twice. You just did a BOGO. For the hoes that want you to fail. Okay? You just gave them a BOGO. No. Okay? Let's talk about how you're going to fix this. Give yourself permission to work on multiple things. Follow what lights you up in the moment. Circle back to projects when your energy returns. Okay? Stop judging your non-linear process. Stop trying to be like a pure generator. Oh, everything needs to be in order. Everything should be by the book. Everything should be traditional. No, you ain't no traditional hoe. That ain't you. So don't do that. Okay? Let's see. Let's get to mistake number 3. Not course correcting when things aren't working. What this looks like. Pushing through projects that aren't working. Saying, I already started this, I have to finish it. Ignoring your sacral when it says, mid-process. Staying in situations just because you've committed to them. Okay, uncommit to them. You don't want to do this shit no more. Your gut is saying, now. You can change your mind. You can pivot. So change your mind and pivot. Okay? Let me tell you why not doing this is going to make you frustrated. You see how it just made me frustrated? So we ain't got the same strategy. That shit just pissed me the fuck off. Made me angry. My not self-thing. Okay? Manifesting generators, you all are designed to pivot. It's okay. It's fine. Do it. Okay? Course correction is part of your strategy. That's your thing. All right? When you force completion on things, your sacral has already released. You're draining yourself. Your sacral's already said, remember, no, we ain't in this. Okay, you on your own. We going home. So now you gonna be drained because your battery just left and went home. Okay? Let me give you an example. You started a business partnership. 3 months in, your sacral is screaming, no. But you stay because you made a commitment. 6 months later, you're burnt out and resentful. Manifesting generators, you all are allowed to exit midstream when something isn't working. You can pivot. That's not flaky, baby. That's your design. Stop letting people make you feel guilty for it, and you stop making yourself feel guilty for it. That's your design. If it ain't hitting no more, it ain't hitting no more. Let's move. Let's pivot. Next. Next. Okay, let's talk about how we're going to fix shit like this. Check in with your sacral through projects. When it says, listen, pivot without guilt. Understand that changing direction is not failing. It's changing direction. It's pivoting. And I don't know nobody that hasn't pivoted. I don't even want to know nobody who hasn't pivoted. You just doing the same old, same old, same old. No. I don't want to know nobody like that. No. Okay? No. Changing direction is not failing, baby. Okay? Course correction isn't failure. It's your strategy. Now let's get to number 4. Okay? The 4th mistake that I see manifesting generators make that take them out of alignment, okay, is skipping essential steps and regretting it later. Okay? What this looks like, moving so fast you skip foundation work. Now you can skip some steps, but you don't skip that goddamn foundation. What's wrong with you? Okay? Saying I can figure this out as I go. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. We got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Listen to that gut. All right? Jumping to execution without proper setup. Just jumping out there without a parachute. Just no. Okay? Having to backtrack and redo things. Because you jumped out there too much. You tried to skip steps. You tried to just boom, boom, boom. No. So you also need to know, okay, no, I can't skip this step. Yeah, I got to do this, and I can't half-ass this. I can't bullshit this, you know? So this is going to cause frustration if you don't do this, okay? Because it's going to show you that, yes, you can skip non-essential steps, but you cannot skip the essential ones. You can skip the non-essential ones. It's like, yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, that's just semantics. You know, but the essential shit, no, I need to clock in and I need to do this. Okay? When you skip what's foundational, you're going to create more work later. Get the shit done now. Okay? The nuance to this is pure generators need all steps in order. Remember, they're building one thing at a time, slow and steady. They need all the foundations. Okay? It ain't a race. They're here to master this. It's not a race. Okay? Manifestors can skip steps because they're not building long term. Okay? You, as having that hybrid energy, you have to discern which steps are essential and which steps aren't really necessary. Okay? Because you have the generator component where no, we don't skip steps. It's essential that we do this shit in order. And then you also have the manifesting component where, yeah, we can't skip steps because we ain't trying to do this shit forever. And we're making a way. We're initiating. We're making an impact. The focal point is the impact, not the forever. You know, so you have to discern, okay, is this something that's essential? Is this something that's not essential? And your sacral will tell you, because y'all didn't try to rush in to do shit and y'all gut was like, no, you need to do this, or no, you need to act on this, or no, you need to sign up for that class, or you need to study, or you need to this, and you like, and you see why your gut was telling you, yeah, we're not prepared for this. So listen to your gut when it's telling you X, Y, or Z. All right. Let me give you an example. You start a business, you skip setting up the LLC, the contracts, and the financial systems because you're excited to just start. You just want to do pop-ups and shit. You just want to put your store on Etsy and shit like that. You like, fuck all the paperwork. Okay? You could have even skipped the fancy website. you know, but 6 months later, you're dealing with legal issues and tax nightmares. Bookkeeping. It's time to do your taxes. You ain't got no bookkeeping. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no EIN, nothing. Okay. And weighing this in hindsight is you could have skipped doing the fancy website. We got you. That's a step you could have skipped. Yeah, we may not need a website not right now. We may not need a this or a that right now, or storefront, buy a brick and mortar, but we can't skip the LLC paperwork. We can't skip the business shit, the tax shit. That's what I mean when I say know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Know what the essential shit is, and also know what the non-essential shit is. The essential shit, we got to do that shit. The non-essential shit, yeah, you can move quickly past that. Semantics. Okay? So, how we fix shit like this, we move fast, but we check in. Is this step essential or just traditional? Okay? Ask your sacral, do I need this foundation or can I skip it? Okay, get down here. Trick Daddy, trick. Slicky boy. Sit down. Get off me. Sorry, y'all. Learn from experience which steps you can skip and which you can't. Don't confuse fast with sloppy, MGs. Okay? Fast doesn't mean skipping foundation. You got to use your discernment wisely. Okay? Last mistake, excuse me, I'm talking about steps. All right, is trying to be consistent like generators. No, you're not here to be linear. You're non-linear. You're not here to be consistent. All right, let me tell you what this looks like. Forcing yourself to do daily routines that do not fucking work for you, that do not light your ass up. Okay, saying I should post every day like generators do. Okay, judging yourself for working in bursts, trying to be steady when you're designed for spurts. Okay, why this is going to create frustration with you all is you're designed for bursts, okay, of multi-focused activity, not slow and steady wins the race. Okay, bursts. Okay, you pivot and then you burst, and then you pivot and then you burst. That's how you all work. Consistency in manifesting generator terms means consistently following what lights you up. What lights you up? Okay, not consistency in doing the same thing daily. Okay, that's not consistent. Doing the same thing every day is going to bore you. Okay, it's going to make you just All right, an example of this is you trying to batch content every Sunday like a generator influencer may say. You may hear somebody say, "Oh, I do everything on Sunday. I dot every Sunday on the dot, 12 o'clock. I got my camera up, my tripod. I'm this, that, and the third. Okay, but on Sundays, your sacral is like, no, I don't want to do it now. Maybe next Sunday. Maybe next Sunday happens, you cool with it. Sunday after that, you cool with it. And then the next Sunday, no. So that means you're not to do it every Sunday. You may want to do yours Sunday and Monday, or you may, if you got the burst, you can do all of your month's content in one fucking day. I'm a manifestor. I do that shit all the time. I'll do one day of blogging, one day of content, and schedule that shit the fuck out. Yep. I schedule my posts. My Instagram, all of that is on a schedule. It be posting. People like, my friends be like, you just posted a song. I'll be like, what the fuck did I? Because I scheduled that shit last week. Which one you talking about? Yeah. So that's what you get from us working in bursts, doing things your own way, having your own type of schedule, your own way of attacking things. Okay. Be consistent with your sacral. Not what you see everybody doing, what you think everybody is doing. No, Okay. You remember you're supposed to respond to what lights you up. And if you ain't lit up about recording every Sunday or recording whatever, I'm using this as a, example, of course, don't do it because you're going to go in drained. Okay. How do you fix shit like this? Redefine consistency as consistently honoring my sacral response, consistently listening to my body, listening to my energy. Work in bursts when your energy is high, not when you're drained, not when you're low. Don't be working after work, da 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 da. Some things you may want to do in the morning, on the weekend, start of the day, or maybe after a nap, but work when you have the energy to put into it, when you're lit up. Okay. Rest and pivot when your sacral says no. When your sacral says no, go rest or go pivot. Wait for something else to respond to. Okay. Stop comparing your rhythm to pure generators. You all are the same, but you're different. And the ways that you are different are the ways in which you all compare yourselves the most. Okay. So your consistency is always going to equal you following your sacral, not a schedule. Okay? So that's what it means to be a manifesting generator. Okay? Thank you for tuning in with your girl. I hope you all was liking this video. Okay? Yes, please. You're a hybrid. Remember, you have a generator foundation with manifestor speed. Okay, and also you all are here to also inform. When you all have responded to something and you are about to act, you can inform the people who are going to be impacted by it, letting people know. That's another component that you get from manifestors, letting people know. Like an example, I am here to do this video for you all. I'm about to initiate you all with my generator information, use my throat chakra to impact and all of that. So I informed my kid I'm about to record. So doing that, I'm not interrupted. I can do my work, and when I'm not interrupted, I'm not pissed off. That is what we do to inform. We inform the people who are going to be impacted. This could be a spouse, your children. Like I know, like when my kid was a little guy, like I would inform him, like, hey, when I get off of work, just give me like an hour. Give me an hour. Give mama an hour in her room. Hour, maybe even two, to just decompress. Then you come in, we talk about whatever. You want me to take you somewhere, you want to go somewhere, you want me to buy something, whatever, it's cool. But just let me decompress. That's informing, but when it comes to you all getting things done, you may want to inform, your coworker, your team, the boss, idea that you may have or something, or when you're responding to whatever. Okay, well, let me inform you of this, whatever. You always make sure you also inform whoever's going to be impacted by your movement, whoever's going to be impacted by your action of what you're responding to. So your response will be wait for the response, you respond, you inform, and then you impact. Because remember, you are the hybrid. All right. So you're nonlinear, okay? You're multi-passionate and you're designed to pivot. Okay, so you're a hybrid generator foundation with manifestor speed. You respond like generators, but then you move fast, which is your gift. Okay, you're not a manifestor, so we don't initiate from nothing, we respond. Okay, the 5 steps that keep you out of alignment. Why do I keep wanting to say steps? The 5 mistakes that keep you out of alignment as a manifesting generator is 1, thinking that you're a manifestor. 2, forcing yourself to be linear. 3, not course correcting when things aren't working. 4, skipping essential steps. And 5, trying to be consistent like pure generators. Okay? I want you to honor your hybrid design. You respond, you move first, you move fast, you multitask, you pivot, you course correct. That's where your power is. Okay? You got it going on, MGs. All right? Drop a comment if you are a manifesting generator. What did you think about this video? What did you think about my top 5 mistakes? If you have advice for your fellow manifesting generators, drop it. I am always open to you all, engaging with the channel and things like that. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And also don't forget to stay tuned for the manifesting generators tarot reading for 2026 that is coming right after this one. And also remember that I will be ceasing my tarot services on January 15th. I know some boos asked me to extend it to the weekend. I think I'll extend it to the weekend because enough of the boos asked me. So January 18th, Sunday, that will be the last day to book a tarot reading with me. All right. After January 18th, so January 19th, I'm taking my tarot services off. I have 30-minute tarot, 60-minute tarot. I really want to dedicate more time to this human design series and also astrology series for you all. And I need the time free to do my videos. Okay. I love my tarot bulls. Thank you all so much. If you ever supported a tarot reading, I appreciate you. But I also want to bring you this other content that you all have been asking for. I'll still have my human design readings, birth chart analysis, life coaching, mentorship, all of that up. But for tarot, I'm going to take that down for now. So you have until January 18th to schedule a tarot reading with me. Starting January 19th, those services will be taken down. Okay. I'm your girl, a.Nichole. I'm signing off. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for tuning in, especially if you've made it this far. And I will see you on you all's tarot reading next. Bye.